So what specifically does your business offer? What are the services you offer? Because you have mentioned I provide a space for people to just be creative,
Yes.
and I work with adults and also work with children.
Yeah.
But what are the specifics of your business? Because creativity is a whole spectrum of different things. You could be talking about from music to design, as you've talked about. So what exactly do you do?
So exactly my point of interaction is offering creative art workshops or programs. Yeah. So when you say programs, is they cut across, like when we are targeting like school kids. This is like a teaching perspective. Yeah, they need to know how to understand the rules and basics of art. You know, like now we are doing the CBC. The CBC really needs professionals who understand the fine art in depth, not just the teaching bit, so that you can help even kids nurture their talents, their strengths, even though they won't use it like in life, like a career, but still we need this even in the solving issues, making decisions. You know, so the projects that I engage them in, they help them know how to address certain issues in their lives. Yeah. So besides the children bit, I also engage the adults, like in workspaces. So you find like organization would want an art person who knows how to promote creativity in promoting concepts, you know, like idealization on how they're going to solve this issue, or making decisions, or just coming up with innovative ways of. So just unlocking that bit needs a lot of programming. Yeah. So that's how I come in. So either the workshops, mostly people call them workshops, or you can call them programs, but it's so like learner based. Yeah. Other than just coming and sitting down, I'll come with my practical bit and engage you. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And what you do is clearly very niche. It's very specific.
Yeah.
How do you put yourself out there? You know, because in this age of social media and technology, it's very easy for you to create your content online and just post it and hope for the best. It reaches your demographic, or there's enough engagement for you to have like a return on what you've put out there. But at the same time, there's that aspect of I need to vigorously put myself out there, because this is not something people just go out looking. It's not like bread and milk.
Yeah.
I'll go to the supermarket, I'll find this at a specific place. So how, as a business, do you put yourself out there? And you do have a big target audience. You have children, and then you also have working adults. How do you just put yourself out there and say, hey, this is what I offer, are you interested?
Yeah. So this really needs a lot of thinking. Yeah. So my first approach was identifying a title that would put me out there, like me specifically, and just getting out there researching. I couldn't find any, so I just said, let me just come up with mine. And I came up with the creative arts practitioner, or creative arts development practitioner. So I was much specific on the art and development, because these are my modes of engagement. So even when you want to search like someone like me, just putting out the creative arts development practitioner, it will, like when you do it on LinkedIn, it always like brings out some of these profiles. Yeah. So that was the first bit. And then the second bit is I have enrolled in different engagements, like leadership. I've done behavioral intelligence, and I've done psychology. So when we engage in like a mental health space, yeah, so we need creative arts persons who know how to use art as a therapeutic means of promoting mental health. So when I target the adult space, so when we are interacting, I tell them, okay, I have some bits of psychology, you know, I can do this and that for your workspace, or people who need just stress management and all. So still, when I'm meeting people like in leadership spaces, since I understand how the leadership like works out, I am an alumni of Emerging Leaders Foundation Africa, and I've learned on the leadership and entrepreneurship bits. So when I engage them for them their mantra is value-based leadership. So I need to show how is my input value can be of value to them. Yeah. Same case when you're interacting with people on behavior, like they want to promote good behavior in schools, you know, they want to promote healthy relationships in different type of foods. Yeah. So it's just how I interact with people, and I tell them, okay, I've done this and this and this. There's a way we can collaborate. Yeah. Just using the mechanisms in just creative arts. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have mentioned mental health.
Yeah.
And a bit of psychology.
Yeah.
And I do understand that these days sometimes, you know, anyone can be a mental health specialist.
Yeah.
We've even seen people as famous as Jay Shetty being called out and being told, I don't think you are actually ever qualified to give out the advice you were giving out. So given how we're now becoming skeptical of anyone who'd want to offer us specialized help when it comes to mental health. Even in the workplace, it's a lot when you're trying to navigate office politics, just your own personal problems coming into the workplace, your relationships with your coworkers. Just that is a lot, and it really needs like a professional person to come in and do it. So now, how do you prove to your clients that, hey, listen, I can offer these services? How do you say that I am qualified to give you advice and to and to just help you out, especially when it comes to mental health, which is a very critical thing across the board with children and even with adults?
So in such scenarios, you find, like for my case, I need to collaborate with a clinician who really understands like a specified issue that has been tabled out, and then they would need someone who uses like art as a media of therapy. Yeah, so that's where the art therapy comes in. So after, it's just like how you see doctors, they need a prescription. Yeah, the pharmacists too, they need a prescription from the doctor, the kind of medicine you need. I also need to see what the clinicians might have talked about in your workspace, so that for me to come in and just give out my inputs using with it painting, you know, you cannot just use any kind of tool without understanding the established needs. Yeah, because sometimes it can be like a trigger. You know, you come in to use red paint and it triggers someone. You know, like you need to really understand. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.